Okay, so let's begin. Alright, so today we're looking at the listening test. It is the aspect of the IELTS test that assesses or evaluates your ability to listen to a native speaker or listen to native speakers of English and then provide information based on what you are able to hear. During the listening test, you are meant to multitask by default. So what you multitask, you do three things at the same time. First, you must read. Second, you must listen. Then lastly, you must write. These are the three things you are meant to do at the same time during your listening test. Else, you're going to miss an answer. Or you're going to miss answers possibly. You must read, listen, and write at the same time. Right? So, during your listening test, how do you combine the three components? First, when you are instructed to begin or turn your answer or question paper, you will begin to listen to the audio, which will introduce the test to you and also advise or tell you that you are now going into the first section. And the narrator will also let you know that you have some time to read certain number of questions, maybe 1 to 4, 1 to 5. So at that point, you are strongly advised to read. Now when you read, what do? You are meant to identify the key words in the questions. You are meant to identify how many words your answer should come, right? Because one of the major reasons a lot of people fail their IELTS exams is because they don't take the instructions seriously. Instructions for each section may vary or differ. So don't use an assumed exam experience to treat IELTS. Each section comes with its own instructions. For instance, a section might say no more than 2 words, no more than 1 word, no more than 3 words, and or a number. So please, it is important that you read the instruction before you begin any section. Then the reading aspects of the multitasking you're supposed to do requires you to actually know what the questions are all about. Because the audio does not read the questions using the words on the question paper. And this is where a lot of people find it difficult. Because when you read the question, you've seen the word there, you are expecting that the audio should also read the words there. But when you listen and you don't hear, it becomes a problem. You will feel that the audio has not gotten to that level to say the answer. Whereas, it may have said the answer. So please, read the instruction and know what you're supposed to do. Read the questions before the audio begins to play. Then as the audio begins to play, you need to go back to the number 1 and read alongside your listening. So while you're reading and listening, when the audio says an answer, you should be able to hear and write. So that's why you must do the 3 major things at the same time. Read, listen, and write. Now during your listening test, because of the speed level of the audio in some cases, because of the fact that you're multitasking, because of the fact that you're not a native English speaker, the marking scheme for listening test is usually very moderate, unlike reading test. So in listening test, the examiners tend to actually make the marking scheme a little bit lenient. Now during your listening test, you are advised very strongly as well to pay 101% concentration. This is because listening test is not played twice. Once it passes you by, it is gone forever. You can only pray for grace to remember what may have been said at that point in time. So what does this mean? you should give it your 101% concentration and attention. It's just about 30 or 35 minutes maximum. The listening test will be over. So don't allow distractions to come from your imaginations and thoughts. Don't allow yourself to... Okay. So for the listening test, we have these important keys which you are advised to apply. The important keys can be considered to be the 3 T's. And these T's are trick, which is also called the bracket trick, then the tips, as well as the techniques. Let's begin with the trick. Of course, when you hear trick, it means a way to maneuver or manipulate situations in a way that it should not be harmful but beneficial to us. So the trick, which is called the bracket trick, simply means the practice of putting in bracket a part of your answer or one of your answers that you are not sure about if it should be included to that particular answer. Does that make sense? The bracket trick is the practice of putting in bracket a part of your answer that you are not so sure if it should be there. So you just leave it in bracket. It places you safe. Right? It doesn't cause any harm to you. But when you write an answer that is not supposed to be there and is not in bracket, it will make your answer incorrect. If you write an answer and there is something there in your answer that is not supposed to be there, and you didn't put it in bracket, that additional word or letter will make that answer incorrect. But if you leave it in bracket, it will make your answer safe and optional to the examiner. Oh, I see the smile. Okay. Now let's understand how to apply this bracket trick. For you to correctly apply the bracket trick, you must adhere strictly to the instruction. Now, in most cases, in IELTS tests, instructions will always come in this template. Right here we have on the board, no more than one word and or a number. No more than one word and or a number. Please, can you interpret this instruction?
It means you should write only one word or one number.
It means write only one word or one number. I'm repeating what you said. Thank you so much.
The same thing she said. Either you write a word or a number.
It's either you write a word or you write a number.
When you have the question comes in.
Okay, so either a word or a number. Thank you so much. Sir, now please put us through. So let's listen to him while we write the correct interpretation of you are correct to an extent. So let's get the appropriate way to interpret this instruction.
No more than one word.
So this instruction means your answer can be just
and
one word
and a number.
Let me
No,
get-
just one word. Either you write, like if it's either write Amaka or, like no need of you writing the number. Just choose one. Either it's 28 or Amaka. Just put one.
Thank you. Thank you.
Not more than a word and a number.
Okay. So your answer can also be a word
Yes.
and a number together. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Do you agree with me? Or we should just stick to 28 and Amaka?
Or
Thank you, sir.
Yes, I agree.
You agree with him?
It's one word.
Is it possible?
One word and
Yes.
yes, it's correct.
Yes.
Okay, so it is correct, but we also need to add something. The answer can also be just a number without the word 28.
Okay. The answer can just be one word or can be one number.
Or can be both. That's what this instruction means.
12 noon.
12 noon. Right? So it could be a month and a day. Right? So this is the appropriate interpretation of this instruction. Please, in IELTS, what guarantees the accuracies of your answer is your ability to correctly interpret instructions. Okay. Now, having understood the interpretation of this instruction, no more than one word and or a number, which means that your answer can be just a word. It could be a word and a number. It can as well be just a number without a word. Now, how do we apply the bracket trick? I'm going to play a model. I'm going to run a model. It's a very popular model I do for my candidates. So I'll do that here, and I will ask you what answer you heard when I was running the model. So please pay attention. Section 1. You would hear a discussion between two friends talking about your inability to catch enough sleep. First, you have some time to read questions 1 to 5. Hi, Amaka. Hello, Jennifer. Good morning. How are you today? I hope you slept well. Well, not really. What's the problem? Actually, for about 2 days now, I've been finding it a little difficult to catch enough sleep. Why? Well, some birds came around the tree just beside the window of my bedroom, and at night they make a lot of noise and sing lots of songs hovering around the tree right there, and it's quite difficult for me to catch enough sleep. But then at some point when it was quite miserable, I had to get up from my bed and go to watch how the birds have fun on the tree. I noticed something quite remarkable about these birds. I observed that the birds usually team up to build their nest, and it's quite fascinating, and of course, it was something that kept me up at night. So what else did you observe? The birds were just audio has faded. Now, quick question. According to Amaka, please, what's your answer?
Yes.
Next. Thank you. Sir, what's your answer? Next. Please, what is your answer?
Yes.
Did you hear it?
Yes.
You heard it. Alright, nice. So please, spell next so I can write.
N-E-S-T.
Perfect. So here is the answer to the question. Now when you write this on your answer sheet, this is the only thing you have to write. Is that correct? On your answer space for number 1. Now it is highly possible that having written this on your number 1 space, you may be correct, but very incorrect as well. This guy. Now why? Because first, grammatically or by structure of sentence, this guy is that a singular subject? Pronoun, or is it a singular pronoun or a plural pronoun? Plural pronoun? Plural pronoun. Now, what else indicates plural pronoun there. What else?
Birds.
Birds. That's plural nouns too. Name, the name of a particular thing, right? Birds. So, does this singular word align with the sentence structure?
Nests. And to add S.
You have to add S. So when I write this, you may be correct and also incorrect. So what you do? Bracket trick.
They will see bracket everywhere. Okay. Now I get.
Jennifer, do you understand that trick?
Yes.
So the S being written right there means examiner. If what you have to be the correct answer is next, please, the S is in bracket, optional.
Wow.
But if what you want is next, the S is right there. Take it. Please, do we
Does
understand
this
this?
apply anywhere?
Yes.
In any English exam?
IELTS.
Just for IELTS?
IELTS.
IELTS.
Listening and reading. IELTS.
Okay.
Do we understand this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, remember, if you write this and the examiner actually have nests, you wrote the wrong thing. If you write nests as your answer, and what the examiner has as the correct answer is nests, this is incorrect. I hope you're aware. There's nothing like it's just S that is missing.
They will not just one.
They don't just do anything. Now, so because there is no S, your answer will be marked wrong. If you write nests and what you want is nest without S, your answer is going to be wrong as well. So to play safe, put the plural version in bracket. So whichever they want, whether in a singular form or plural form, is there. Alright? Okay, let's proceed to the next. If you are treating date of birth, can I clean this please?
Yes, sir.
If you're treating a question that requires date of birth, by standard, we have different formats of date of birth. We have the DD, the MM, and the YYYY, right? And some formats will also have YY, DD, and MM, DD, YYYY. While some other formats may have year first, then the month, right? And the day comes in. Is that correct? Now in IELTS, you must stick to the instruction. Please always check your instruction to be sure you are writing in consonance with what the instruction has actually spelled out. Now, if you are taking on a listening test and date of birth happens to be one of the required answers, what will you do? How will you write it? How would you apply the bracket trick? So let's look at this particular scenario. Hello, good morning. Am I up to the IELTS Prep Center? Oh yes, you are. Good morning. How may I help you? I'm actually calling from Massachusetts, United States. I would like to make inquiries about your online training. So I don't know if I'm speaking to the right person for those information. Oh, sure you are. Okay, so may I please get the information as regards your services? Sure, we would give you all of the information you require, but first we would like to get some information about you. What's your name, please? Oh, my name is Braden Bush. Braden Bush. Maybe Braden is written. So you have to now write Bush. Do you understand this?
Yeah.
Braden is written, then dash. You are expected to write Bush. So you write Bush. Nobody will spell Bush because Bush is common and popular. Then when the person says Bradley Bush, okay, and Bradley Bush, what's your date of birth, please? I was born on August the 6th. August the 6th. That's her date of birth. August the 6th. Maybe the year might have been written on the question paper, maybe. So, August the 6th. So with this, please tell me, is it correct?
If August the 6th is correct.
Yes, it is, right? Thank you. Is it correct?
Yes. Okay.
Thank you. So, is it correct?
Any on instruction.
We're working with that instruction on the board.
Sir,
Ma,
you know
No.
in Nigeria.
it's not correct.
Okay.
Ma?
The one we know
Mm.
is 6th of August. But you know, as international, maybe they are
August
on
the
this
6th.
August the 6th. It's correct.
No.
August.
Okay.
The TH should be in brackets.
TH should be in bracket. Okay. So, I'm to write, if it's you would write August the 6th. Right?
Definitely, I'll add the TH there.
Definitely. You add it. August
August
the
the
6th.
The
6th.
THE day
Okay, should be in
in
bracket.
brackets.
Okay, not THE.
No.
Okay.
No, I'll add that TH there.
Okay, you still leave this here. For
Okay,
him,
others day 6th. Okay, day is here, so there's no need to.
Are we not supposed to bring 6th? Oh, like, are we
okay, how would you want me to write it? I thought you said it's correct.
No, it's not correct though, because they say one. We are still using this now.
Yes, we are.
So it's not correct.
So,
It's
Wait, we're still
August.
using what? We're still using this one word form.
yes, please.
so it's not correct. It's more than
Okay, no,
it's more than
it's
two
not.
words and
What is wrong?
this
Word. August 6th.
6th August
It's wrong
is wrong.
because we have three words there.
2 words and the figure.
So and they say one word, so we have to remove
One
the
word or
6th August.
August 6th.
Hmm?
August 6th.
So
But
to be-
they
to
in
be on the safer
international
side,
they
right?
come before the
6th,
month too.
That 6th should be 6th TH in bracket, then
The
August.
August.
Yes. To be on the safe side.
No, I think.
We were only guessing, sir.
Well, I think.
What is wrong with this? That's what I need explanation.
What is wrong is more than two words.
More than.
Two words.
You said
It's
it's,
not
it's
because I say-
It's more than one word.
more than one
The
word.
question is okay, we are supposed to give
You use
one.
one word or two.
Yes.
One
No,
word
one word.
and a figure.
And a figure.
Or
So the figure is correct, but the word there is more than two.
It's more than 2.
Yes, no.
It's 2, not
It's
one.
two already. Sorry, it's two already. So we need one, which is the month.
So the number of words is more than what?
The number of the this thing is okay.
No, the number of words right here on the board is more than 1.
It's more
It's
than
more
one.
than one.
It is more than 1. Instruction says no more than, don't exceed. Right? So it's more than 1. So if it is more than 1, that means the lady's information is correct by verbal information. But in writing, it's not correct, especially because of instruction. Please, are you following this?
Yes.
So, what do you do? What do you write? Sir, give us the trick to apply. Please help us. So, you write what?
6th TH in brackets.
The 6 or
The TH.
just the TH.
Yes. August.
Then August.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yes, sir.
Alright. Why do you think the day should come before the month. Contrary to the information given, where you have the month before the day.
This is it's most international.
You can still write August 6th.
August 6th.
August 6th. You take the 6th to the other.
But most international business say they come before the month. So
Okay, you write it in Nigeria.
even in Nigeria, sir, but most like most example, this of our beds,
Yeah.
the day come before the month.
Alright, so it's correct actually this way.
Mm.
It is also correct
August 6th.
this way.
So,
But by standard practice, whether local, national, or international, by standard practice, this is very perfect. This is not very perfect. By standard practice, this does not require TH. By standard. When the month comes before the day, it does not require any suffix like ST, ND, RD, TH, and all that. It doesn't require that. If month comes before the day, please, let's understand this. You can note it down. That is why you always hear people say October 1. Independence Day. October 1, not October 1st. We don't say October 1st. But you can say 1st of October. Please, do you understand?
I was thinking that was American English.
So sorry. So from the audio, the lady said
I was born on August the 6th.
August the 6th. It means the examiner wants you to correct it.
No, examiner does not want you to correct it. Examiner wants you to write the date considering instruction.
Okay.
The lady gave her date of birth. But when you're writing it, they write here is not necessary. I don't know if you
So
understand.
if you write it the way
She has said it.
you-
It's incorrect. You're
incorrect.
you're- Gina, handheld mic. Okay, so this is how to go. I was born on August the 6th. You write August 6. When you write August 6, because you are not 101% sure what day the examiners want, put your TH in bracket. But by standard, if it is August 6, it is perfect. But in IELTS, you can't be too sure of what they want. So give them 30.
August. Let's choose one.
No. You are safe. Put it in bracket. It doesn't affect you.
Okay.
But if you write 6th August, it's also okay. Please, do you understand? Now, another scenario where you can apply the bracket trick under a section that says no more than one word and or
Sorry, sir.
a number.
I want to be perfectly sure. Did you say the August 6th? In IELTS, we should not add the TH. The August 6th. We should leave it like that.
There is no thing. Just August 6. Right?
Don't add
I said by standard practice, not IELTS now. Global standard practice. When the month comes before the day, you don't need a suffix such as TH or whatever it is. But if the day comes before the month, it is compulsory you add the suffix. Now in IELTS, now we'll come back to IELTS. In IELTS, if you're writing the month before the day, for instance, August 6, this is perfect. But because you are not so sure of what examiners want, you then put the TH in bracket.
Still up.
Yes, suffix. Please, do you understand? Let's continue. You can as well apply the bracket trick when you are treating a section that says no more than one word or a number if the question is talking about money. Money. How do you come in? How does the bracket trick come in when you are treating money? First of all, let's establish the currencies that are popular in IELTS. What's the first symbol right there on the board? Jennifer, sorry. Calling the second match. Jennifer, what's the first symbol right here? What is it called?
$.
Dollar. Second symbol is called what?
Pound.
Pounds. So the third symbol?
Euro.
Euro. Now, these are popular currency symbols you're going to see in IELTS questions. Okay, so let's understand how then the application trick should come in. When you read a question and you see that it involves money, you need to listen to the audio attentively. Now, when you listen to the audio attentively, read the question alongside the audio that you're listening to. If that question has the dollar symbol already, if the question has the dollar symbol already, please, on your answer paper, do not bring in the symbol as part of your answer. It will annul your answer and make it incorrect. If the question you are treating already has the currency symbol written on the question paper, if you can see it there, on your answer sheet, don't write the currency symbol anymore. If you read a question also and you notice that the currency is spelled, if the currency is spelled, when you're writing your answer, don't include the currency symbol or the spelled version of it in your answer.
Okay.
When you read a question and you saw that there is currency symbol written on that question, your answer should not carry the currency symbol anymore. Is this part clear? Also, if you read the question and you observe that the currency is spelled in word, when you're writing your answer, you do not need to write it either in word or in the symbol version as part of your answer. Don't write. Please, is this clear?
If the currency is
written either in symbol or in word, you don't have to write it as part of your answer. Because if you do that, it would annul your answer.
So you don't put on the fan.
I think so. Okay, please, do we understand this? It is only when the currency is not written. Is when the currency is not written, either in word or in this in symbol version. This is when you can then write it as part of your answer. Please, do you understand this? If the question does not indicate the currency, either in a spelled version or in a symbol version, this is when and where you can then write it as a part of your answer. But when you're writing it, it is also advised that you put it in brackets.
Even when you are to write it.
Even when you are writing it, it is also advised that you leave it in brackets. But how do you know the currency? The audio will then have to say it. The audio will say it. Pardon? The audio will say the currency. So you then have to write it and still leave it in brackets. Please, is this clear?
Sir, sorry. If you say, for example, $50, okay, instead of writing the word dollars, can you put this symbol?
Then just write 50.
That's what I'm saying. If there is a symbol already on the question paper.
No.
Hold on, let me explain.
Okay.
For those of you traveling from Yokohama to Shanghai during peak hours, you are advised to get your funds ready as you would be paying $100.50. How do you write $100.50? $100.50. How do we write it? Okay, you just said $150. Do we agree with that?
How do you write it?
How do we write $100.50? This is what you said. Do you agree with that? So do you agree with that? How do we write $100.50?
150.
100
Yeah.
then 50.
Yeah. No. There should be a space in between.
Okay. This way, right? Alright, so this is incorrect. This is also
How
incorrect.
do you say 1, 0, and 50?
1, 0, 50. Okay. 1, 0, then 50. This is also incorrect. So how do we write $100.50? This is 100 and this is 50. You understand? $100.50. 100 naira 50 kobo. Do you understand this? Now, what I was trying to explain is that when you are writing, when you've read the question and the question does not show the dollar symbol or the question does not have dollars written in words, but the audio now tells you, for those of you traveling from Yokohama to Shanghai during the peak hours, please note that there is a slight increase in the fees as passengers are now required to pay $100.50. Now you heard dollars from the audio. So what you do is, on your answer sheet, write your $100 label this way. You understand? Don't write dollars here. You have the symbol here. As in, you don't want to write it in symbol, you want to write it in word. Don't write dollars here because it will not tally. It will not tally because there is cents. Please, do you understand this? Jennifer, do you understand this?
Sorry, sir. You said if the audio said $100.50. You now know that the money is in dollars. You should write the symbol that's in bracket. In the question paper, you are saying $100.
You are saying it. It will not be written. You want to listen to it.
Listen. Okay.
You really want to listen to the audio. The audio will pronounce the amount.
Yes.
So you write it. But if the question that you've read, where you're not expecting the amount, if that question does not have dollar symbol written on the question paper, so sometimes it's written. You just see your transport fare from Yokohama to Massachusetts is now dash. You see it written. Cost of transport dash. You see dollars. So audio will tell you increase in the fees, especially people traveling during the peak hours. As the current fee is now $100.50, then there is dollar symbol on the question already. So what you have to write on your answer sheet is just 100.50 only.
I shouldn't come and bracket the dollar.
Don't even write the dollar symbol anymore because it is on your question paper.
But
If it is not written on the question paper, and you also checked there is no dollar spelled in word. Do you understand me? If the dollar is not spelled in word, DOLLERS, yes, on the question paper. If it is not written as symbol or spelled in words, and the audio now tells you, I'm here to inform you that there is a slight increase in the fees. For those traveling to Massachusetts from Yokohama during the peak hours, you'll now be paying $100.50. And on the question paper, there's no showing dollars. On your answer sheet, write dollars this way and put it in down.
Okay.
Verify, is it clear now?
Yes.
So the reason why I failed was because of that point.
Yes.
No, from what you are teaching us, it shows that many people fail because they don't pay attention to the instruction.
Because they don't understand a lot of things.
Yes.
They only take the national or local practices. In IELTS, there is no such thing as, oh, she actually heard the answer, just this small thing. There's no such thing.
You will feel you heard less, just like when you talk about, you don't put S in.
So when you listen, it's not our native language, right? So you cannot be so sure, because normally what so many of us in this country or in countries where English is not their lingua franca, is not the official language, what a lot of people suffer is ability to actually understand pronunciations of the real native speakers. Because in your local country, you have your normal languages. You go back to your homes, you blow your normal vernacular. To your family, to your spouses, to your children, you try to speak your native language. Now, if you even want to do English, you realize that the English you do most of the time may be pidgin, broken English. There are some countries where some business guys are beginning to learn English. They are not fluent yet, so what they speak is, how much? Naira, I pay, 1,000, you go, I come. That's what they speak. They are trying to establish communications, right? Just the same way you try to speak French. The same way you try to speak French. You don't know how to speak French. And you're like, bonjour, comment allez-vous? Je m'appelle Benedict. Comment tu t'appelles? You're trying to speak French, right? Comment ça va?
Bien, merci.
Ça va bien, merci. Then you now put a vous.
Take.
Okay. Now, all of these will help us. Alright? If you also look at the trend, most of us are so engrossed in our native news and movies. Our native news will always give you, good morning, my name is Sirius Toba. And here are the news headlines. The federal government of Nigeria has announced that everybody should not go to work on Tuesday because we shall be commemorating our blah blah blah. Another new headline will come out. The kingpin of the kidnapping group of blah 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 has finally been apprehended and now in the custody of DSS. Here are the news in detail. Then they will start. This will not help you to improve. You pick up your home movies, you are seeing, hey, you don't come home, Mama Ngechi, you don't carry the picking go. Now police gone baba. Now grab your copies. Now. That's what you hear. You won't actually improve. And then test yourself. Soon to BBC or CNN. Hi, good morning. This is BBC News and you're trying to actually catch. Most times you now look at the clips. You read meaning into what the clips is actually portraying. This is the way you catch. You want to watch movies, you are looking for the ones with subtitles. As the movie is showing, you're busy reading what they're saying so that you follow. Right? So these things will not help us. That's why most times when the audio is playing, you are listening, you are not actually flowing with the audio because you are not catching every word you're pronouncing. And when you even hear one, you spell it, you would know that that's not what was pronounced. You hear curb. The car almost ran over the curb. And you're saying curb. You're writing curb. You know what curb is, no, right?
Is it a K-E-R-B?
Those things that you have along the road.
Okay, how's it called?
Do you understand? So you are saying, oh, there was a nurse, while she was rushing to the work, she lost her purse. But at some point, she had to take a pause to think of where she may have lost it.
Okay.
You can see there is a purse somewhere and there's a purse somewhere. So you are confused. You don't know which one is purse and which one is purse. Right? So we are used to pronouncing the purse, which is the wrong one, or taking a halt. Taking a halt. That's, you are just pausing.
Yes.
Then the one of purse, that's where you put small money or small lipstick.
And
Right?
then there's another pause.
That one is pause. Pause.
Pause.
Yes. That one has
Pause. Pause.
and pause.
Pause.
Right? These are pronunciations the native speakers would give you. Because you are writing the exam to prove to them you understand their language. You don't need to say it twice. Because naturally, when you are conversing with someone in your dialect, do you repeat what you say? No. The person
Sometimes
don't
they do.
Yeah, the
Or like
person
pardon?
you're talking of English. I mean your dialects, your vernacular, your native
Exactly
language.
when you test the person to repeat now, they cannot repeat twice.
Because the person knows you understand the language now. I can't be speaking.
No, but you can speak my native language to me, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if I don't understand, I will say come again or pardon for you to repeat what you said.
Let's understand something. You are requesting a repeat of that thing, not because you don't understand it, you not hear
Yeah,
it.
okay.
There are two different things. The person may be saying something, maybe your mind is elsewhere, right? And he didn't hear. You now in your dialect, you're not telling the person, what did you say? Right? But this is just the way it applies in English. Right? So let's proceed to the next one, which is on time. Time actually comes in two phases. There is the time that runs this way. There is another one that runs. Another one that runs this way.
We treated on date, money, time.
We have treated one word,
Yeah, okay.
date, money, and now we are treating time. Okay, look at these formats. Which of the formats do you think is correct? This or that? Jennifer, I'm coming to you. Which of the formats right there on the board do you think is more correct? Is it the one with the colon or the one with just a dot?
Column.
The one with
Column.
colon. The one with colon.
Dot.
Dot? Are you just guessing?
No.
Okay.
No, usually.
That is Nigeria.
There are two formats here. We have the one with colon, the one with dot.
So why do not you
They are both correct. Don't worry, they are both correct. But in IELTS, the one you will see often is the one with just a dot. The reason is IELTS has its origin from the Great Britain.
The great.
The Great Britain. Nigerians, when Nigerians go to UK, you start hearing water. Can I get some water?
In.
In it? Do you know what that in it means?
No.
Isn't it?
Isn't it?
In it? Okay. Now this is the British format. The one with colon is the American format. But they are not wrong. Don't get this wrong. or twisted. They are both correct. But this is one you're going to see more often. Now let's understand the next thing. Between these two dates, is there a difference? Please, if you're viewing from YouTube, kindly like this video. And if you're a newer, please do well to subscribe to our channel. Now, between these two dates, is there any difference that you can spot?
Yes, the second one doesn't have the zero.
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 There's no zero in the second one, right?
Yes.
Is there any other
Something still the same thing.
still the same thing?
Zero.
The zero. Sir, is there any difference?
No, not really.
The handwriting.
Okay, the handwriting.
One is
By appearance, yes, the only difference is the first one has a zero, the second one does not have, right? But by practice and representation, there is a huge difference. Right? The huge difference right here is this first guy is talking about 24 hours timing or clocking, while this guy right here is talking about 12 hours clocking. Please, do you understand this? You don't understand. Do you know anything called 24 hours clocking? Is there anything like that?
Yes.
There is?
12 hours.
And is there anything like 12 hours clocking? 12 hours is the food, 24 hours is half?
No, like
24 hours is the food.
It's the food dinner, 24 hours.
Hours, okay.
Sorry.
Then 12 hours is what? Half day.
Half
Okay.
6 to, I'll be 12 to 6.
Okay, 12 to 6, but dry. Right?
Yes, sir.
Please, let's understand this. Yes, this is a 24 hours format of reading time, and this is 12 hours format of reading time. Now the difference is this. In 24 hours format, you have 0.06.15, right? The 0.6.15, what time of the day does it represent?
Morning.
Morning? Sure?
Yes.
Final answer.
06.
Yes, the 0.6 dot or 0.15. What time of the day does it represent? She has given us morning, and I believe that's your final answer, right?
Yes, sir.
What time of the day does this represent? 0.6.15. What time of the day?
Since she has said morning. Evening.
Evening. She has said morning, so you choose.
Since they have
Okay, I'll leave it up to them. What time of the day? This is the morning hours. 06 morning hour. Now, how is that? How does that play out? What time of the day is this?
Okay.
Noon. Jennifer, do you agree with her? Noon.
Yes.
So, do you agree with her? Noon.
12 o'clock. 1 o'clock. 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
12 noon.
12 noon.
2 o'clock.
So, do you agree with her?
mid-morning.
Mid-morning.
No, sir.
This can never be 12 noon. It's not possible. In this world.
It's what?
This is mid-morning.
Right.
The one we call midnight. This is 12 a.m. Do you understand? 12 a.m.
Okay,
0000.
It's in the afternoon.
12 noon is afternoon. And this is afternoon.
You call it 12 noon and 12 a.m. or
12 a.m.
you said 12.
Or this is the one we call midnight. Right? But this is afternoon. Do you understand this?
The 12:00 afternoon.
Yes, this is 0000 is morning. But 1200 is afternoon. Please, do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Now, 1 hour after this time will give you what? Jennifer, an hour after this time will give us what?
An hour after which
1 hour from now. What time will it give us?
afternoon.
1 hour from now for this.
1 a.m.
How do we write it?
0, 1,
0
or 0,
0
0.
0.
Correct. 1 hour after 12 noon is what?
2 1
1 dot.
1 dot. No,
Zero.
0 1 dot.
No, 1 dot. Okay. 1 dot 0 0. 1 dot 0 0.
Yes, afternoon.
Right?
Yes,
Okay, that's incorrect.
afternoon.
Bus. Bus.
Wait, the first one you said
I
the
said
0 1 dot 0.
1 hour from now is this.
Mhm.
1 hour from now is what?
I don't know, it's 1 o'clock, but I don't know how to.
0 1 dot 0 0.
Oh,
Is that what you're talking about?
it's still 1 o'clock.
No, they should put that in a way that we understand. What that is?
1 hour from now. This is 12 p.m. This is 13 p.m. 1 o'clock. 24 hours clocking, don't forget. Right?
Yes.
This is also 24 hours clocking. So 1 hour goes. So it becomes 1. If it is 2 hours from now, it becomes what?
If
2.
you put that 1 o'clock like this, we are wrong.
If you put 1 o'clock like this,
We are wrong.
it is 24 hours.
Okay, yes, I understand.
Say the quest like.
No, that's not what you mean.
No, I'm trying
it's
to make
20
you understand
it is-
how to count
Mhm.
the time,
Okay.
how to read the time.
So,
But like maybe say a question like let's know how where we are going to put that.
No, it doesn't work like that.
Okay.
What is
You are
that
just
saying?
teaching us.
I'm teaching you how to
Okay, that.
understand the time.
Okay, now I get. 'Cause
from what you are teaching us, the 12 hours in this one is for the 12 hours. Then the up one is for the 24 hours.
Which one? This.
No.
2 of them are still represent 24 hours.
No. This the 12 down.